we've been getting lately has really made those weeds sprout up, even though the grass looks good. That's the good thing. Brad Samaro of Ace Hardware is going to show us how to get rid of weeds and make our lawns look great. Good to see you.
Nice to see you again, Destry. Thanks for having us.
Do you have a lot of weeds right now in your house?
I do, and it's terrible. And I've got a few products because I know that you have problems with your weeds, and I'd like to talk a little bit about weeding, but I also like to give some February gardening tips.
Oh, good.
On how to get your beds ready for the coming summer and growing season.
Spring flowers and all that good stuff.
Absolutely.
So let's kick it off with the weeds. What do we need to get rid of weeds?
I have an old-fashioned hula hoe right here like this that's in our current ad, and it's called a scuffle hoe. You just kind of put it on there and you get the weeds, and it does a real nice job of getting the weeds out in the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, and it doesn't cost that much, but it makes a big difference.
Absolutely, and I use that to do my mom's garden every fall to get everything out.
Okay.
When we want to move on to something a little bit more high-tech, we have the Ace brand weed killer along with the Roundup. The reason that I like the Roundup is this kills the weeds that have already sprouted when you spray it on there. It's got a wonderful handle that you can take out, so you can be very specific in where you want to spray. Because this stuff can be hazardous if you don't follow the directions closely.
Okay, so you want to follow the directions, put it directly on the weeds, and
Absolutely.
it'll kill it.
And it'll kill it within hours. You can see measurable difference by the end of the day. Now, if you asked me the other day what to do about weeds that want to keep coming back.
Right.
This particular formulation of Roundup is something that you spray on the weeds. It's going to kill the weeds, and then once you get the weeds, it won't come back for 3 or 4 months. This is the one that you want to spray if you want to plant in 3 or 4 days.
Okay.
This is the one right here that I just showed you that you're going to have to let it sit for 4 months because nothing's going to come back.
Oh, wow. Okay, but that'll be nice.
Absolutely.
Especially around rocks and stuff like that, you know, when it's always coming back.
Most of us have desert landscaping here in the valley, and this is what I use in my yard as the extended control.
Okay, what else do you have here for weed control?
I've got a couple of things for weed control. For those of us like me that use our chemistry degree to balance our swimming pool and do yard work, I've got concentrate that you mix and put in one of these Ace sprayers, available at your local Ace Hardware store.
Okay.
And they do the same thing. We've got the Ground Clear formulation from Ortho, the Weed and Impede here, and then this one here has a rebate this month of $5, and this will do the job on most yards in Phoenix for the better part of the year.
Yeah, and you really can go and get this done in a day with these products here.
You can. It's very easy to do. One of the things that you want to make sure you do is you read the instructions on the label. Follow proper safety guidelines, because some people find that it irritates their eyes and irritates their skin.
To have a goggle, good.
When I'm outside, I always use long sleeves, long trousers, safety glasses, and especially wash your hands very carefully after you've applied any of these chemicals, because, you know, if you're going to eat or use tobacco or any of those other things that you do hand to mouth, you got to be very careful with it.
Okay, good tip. So that's a great way. I mean, our weeds are taken care of now, but what about getting our yard ready for spring?
Well, my wife reminded me the other day that we've got a holiday coming up this month. Valentine's Day is always a perfect time to feed your roses.
Oh, okay.
You can plant your bare root roses now, and then through the course of the month of February, you want to feed your roses with something like this from Scott's with Rose and Bloom like that.
I like that, though. Valentine's Day, good time to remember that.
It's easy for guys like me. Another thing that's real pertinent this time, I know I get more oranges and lemons from my neighbors this time of year that I want to, but it's a good time to fertilize your citrus.
Okay.
And I've got a couple of different brands. You see here the Arizona's Best, and if you look down below, the Scott's Avocado and Citrus right there.
And that's a good time to do it.
Absolutely a perfect time to do that in February. One of the other things that you want to do in your yard as you're getting it ready is you want to build up your beds. And so as we see the shots below, you see the manure, you see the bat guano, you see the compost, you see organic soils. You want to do a little bit of buildup around your beds and flowers and give them a little bit of organic matter to try to enhance their growth during the coming spring growing season.
Okay, excellent. You have some more tools over here.
I do, and for the old-fashioned gardener guys, like my grandfather taught me, we've got a lot of these, and these are on special this month at your local Ace Hardware.
You are getting us ready. You also have Turf Builder, I see, because all I know is I love my winter grass. I mean, you told me what kind to get last time when I reseeded.
And it worked.
And I'm telling you, it's fabulous. So I trust you with the yard stuff, absolutely. What do you have right here?
Well, we've got some different things. We've got the Ace brand garden soil to build up your garden beds, composted manure to help build the organic matter around your shrubs, and then the Organic Choice, which is a new line that we're carrying here in Arizona from Miracle Grow that we're really pleased with, and I've had good results already in January in my own yard with it. I think it's been very good for to do that. In terms of doing your lawn, you really can't overseed for the summer with Bermuda until you get 80 degrees. So that's one of those things
So
you
we have
really
a
need to
little
be
bit of
careful of. A little bit of time before you do that. But towards the end of March, as it begins to warm up, we've got some of these Scott's turf builders that, as it warms up, you're going to start doing this
Great.
to feed during the winter to spring and summer transition.
Excellent. And for more information, teamacephoenix.com. Thanks so much. Always great information.
Thanks very much, Destry.
All
Thanks
right.
for having us.
Hey, do stay with us.